Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Final Fantasy draft here on the channel. Huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account so I could get this recorded for you early. Okay, our rare is Gilgamesh, Master at Arms, which really rewards you for having equipments in your deck, especially equipments like Warrior's Sword, because Gilgamesh says that when it enters, you can look at the top 6, put one of the equipments from them onto the battlefield, if there is an equipment, and the rest on the bottom in any order, and then you can attach the equipment to a samurai. So you can potentially play Gilgamesh and then immediately equip this to him, so you have like a 9/8 or something like that, which is pretty good. There's also Summon Primal Garuda, which is a really good saga creature because it comes into play and kills something, and then it takes something to disguise and then goes away. But a nice little kill spell attached to a temporary body, and then some buffing of your creatures. There's also Relentless XATM, so a big creature that can maybe come back again. Chocobo Kick has been very impressive. 2-mana kill spell, and can even kill things that are bigger than the creature because of the land kicker ability. So here I think it's between Gilgamesh, Summon, and the Chocobo Kick. We'll give Gilgamesh a try. Getting him early can maybe let us draft a lot of these equipments so that he'll always be active, but we're willing to abandon the Gilgamesh as well if it's not looking open. And following up Gilgamesh, I do think the best card here might be Albed Salvagers. This card's really strong. Just like whenever another creature you control or artifact you control dies, you just drain them for 1, which will lead to a lot of triggers over the course of the game. There's also Chocobo Kick, though, which I like a lot as well. It's not a great red follow-up. Red Mage's Rapier is quite bad. Wild Rose Rebellion is a strong card to counterspell. This is a very committal card, but it is sometimes worth speculating early on a committal card because if you can play this card 6 mana, you just get a really strong effect. So Albed Salvagers, Chocobo Kick are the two main considerations here. There's also Dragoon's Wyvern, which is probably better than Chocobo Kick. Maybe even better than the Albed Salvagers. I think I'll take the Dragoon. These are the two main choices. I'll take the Dragoon's Wyvern. I really like that card. Okay, now pick 3, the Final Days. I am not regretting, but I do think that this card is the best in this pack. The Darkness Crystal is okay in a pinch, but it is very expensive to use. 10 mana to get that first creature back, and that's a lot of mana. Final Days is a really good one, though. You create 2 tapped horrors, and then when you flash it back for 6, you get a bunch of creatures into play. So that's pretty potent. Then there is no good red cards still. There's Bard's Bow for Gilgamesh, but we're not really looking at Gilgamesh anymore. Gilgamesh's time has passed, potentially. Sahagan, I still don't know how to pronounce it. And then, like, Ahriman's pretty reasonable. But I think Final Days is the best by a lot. Now, this land is quite strong. It can enter tapped and then you transform it, and you can transform it at instant speed, and then it attacks and draws a card. It's a big creature. Then there's also Sephiroth's Intervention, and I like that one a lot. I don't think blue-green is not maybe the most open. I don't know. The Final Days is my most recent card I got. Now I get a Sephiroth's Intervention. Maybe black is an open color. There's also Balam T. Rexor, which I like, but I'd rather at least get 2 cards in the same color, especially in sequence. If I'd managed to take a black card, going black card would have been even better, but I'm not regretting things. Blue is maybe open as well. Balam T. Rexor is good. This card's really strong. Balam Garden. It's just multicolored cards are tough, and I don't have a green card yet. But I would take it very highly once I was in blue-green, or if I was even leaning towards blue-green. But this card's been very impressive. Now there is Gaisal Greens. This is like a really strong card. I really like it. Yan Street Thief. Scouts, Pirates, and or Rogues. So it's a Scout. Exile the top card. If you don't create a treasure, when you cast a spell, put a counter on each Scout, Pirate, and Rogue. So kind of a must-answer threat in some ways. There's another blue card. I think the best... Van is okay. There are a couple of red cards in this pack, too. Black-red is a solid home. The Shinra Reinforcements is really good with the Final Days. So I'm tempted by that as well, but I'd rather just get the green 2 drop, I think. It's a very strong card. Now I like Gaius. This card, I missed the fact that it was an instant for the first 50 times I read it. I've read this card many times, and I thought it was a sorcery the entire time, and now I can't understand how I ever came to that conclusion. But this card's great, or solid enough, especially if you're trying to splash, but it's like instant speed makes it a lot better, I'll tell you that much. There is Gaius von Belsar, Marlborough, Weapons Vendor is maybe the best card in this pack, though it's going to be hard to get into a white deck from here. Black is my couple cards in a row color, and then a green card. I do like Marlboro. Gaius has been very good for me recently. Weapons Vendor. I'm going to take the Gaius. I'm pretty happy with it. And now I can get a Rufus Shinra, maybe. I can take either Rufus or I could take Call the Mountain Chocobo. Rufus is nice because when it attacks, if you don't control a creature named Darkstar, you make Darkstar, and then you can like sacrifice Darkstar to effects and do the same thing next turn. Dreams of Laguna is also interesting. I'm going to take the Rufus. I think we can maybe make white-black work. That's the best card in that pack. Wow. Nice. Vanille coming back around late. Pick 8 Vanille is crazy to me. This card is fantastic. It is looking like black-green is more and more likely. This card's great in black-green. Sephiroth's Intervention is great in slow decks. Gaisol's Greens is great in black-green. We have another black-green 4-drop. This card's now fantastic in our black-green deck, filling the graveyard. We now already have Final Days and Gaisol Greens. A blue splash is not out of the question, but I'm trying to do my best to like get out of splash mindset. Warrior Sword wheeling is one of the reasons I took this guy, is because it often wheels, and it's a great combo with it, but now there's Shinra or land. I'm going to take land because we are going to get enough playables, and so having the land will still be very helpful for us. Even though this card's good. Blue-black, this card's good for a blue-black deck. And having that wheel is tempting as well. But I think we're just going to take the land, hope to play black-green, and be pretty happy with that. We haven't seen a ton of blue. We saw, I guess, a late Laguna. There's a Gigantode, but we're just going to take the Q-Troop 4 rare. I've been actually pretty happy with one copy of this because there's enough graveyard synergies that this can mess with, and also like your creatures can attack in a little bit more freely. We will take this over pretty much nothing in case we do see a crazy red card to splash. I guess we'll take this over literal nothing as well. Our curve is a bit high at the moment is the only problem with our deck. I mean, we're bobbing and weaving. Bob, weave, Commune with beavers, sure. Wow, this card. If there are 14 or more cards, that's a lot of cards. It's basically a 3-mana 2/3 that loots when it comes in, which is totally solid. This card's also nice. There's also Ramp, there's the Gourmet, when we make like a Gaisol Greens token, or those tokens. Like the Gourmet could be the pick here. This card's pretty strong. Reno and Rude is nice though, especially because it also plays well with tokens. And we could still technically shift out of green. Like we only have these 2 green cards. I know we could shift out of green to play blue, but blue did not seem that open. I think white was maybe more open. I don't even know. Hard to know. I think this card's just not quite strong enough for me to switch out, because getting 14 cards in your graveyard is a big commitment. I do like this guy. I think that Vane's Treachery might be better, though. Side quest, Hunt the Mark. It's an expensive kill spell. This one's a much cheaper kill spell. You can't always... You want to make sure you can cast your kill spells in the early turns, and having a 2-mana kill spell is a huge change versus a 5-mana one. Finn's also pretty good as a 2-mana 1/3 Death Touch. That's just a great stat line. I am tempted by Side Quest Hunt the Mark. It's just if there wasn't a Vane, if it was the only black card of note in this pack, I'd take it. But Vane's Treachery is so good. We now have Sephiroth's Vane's Treachery. We're looking pretty good here. Our curve has gotten a little bit lower, which is nice. Getting a 2-drop. Dark Confidant. Well. I don't even know if it's good, but I want to take it anyway. I think it could be good. And it makes me happy to have sacrifice effects in my deck to like draw a couple cards and then... Yeah. Gaisol Greens is also tempting. As is Reno and Rude. But you know, we can Dark Confidant it up. We can play Magic in an interesting way. I mean, the way this card works is you often think, okay, I'm going to flip a spell and take a bunch of damage, but you have like 50% of your deck is land. So like you kind of take average converted mana cost of your deck and then divide by 2. And like if you play that on turn 2, you're going to be in great shape. Now we're going to get a black-green land, help our consistency. We'll take it over Shinra Reinforcements. This is like the classic. Like Shinra Reinforcements is a card I would 100% play in this deck. We've got Final Days, Vanille to give extra selection, Geisal Greens. We've already got plenty of like reasons to want extra self-mill in our deck. It's just we'd rather just get a black-green land because that's going to give us a lot more consistency. And it replaces a land instead of like a random spell because we're going to have plenty of spells because our deck is pretty open. Okay, now we get a Torgal, Fine Hound. Love this one. Makes our humans bigger, and there's plenty of humans in this deck. We already have 5 humans without even really trying. Edgar. Each artifact. It's a really good card. I would also take Grand Pulse Ochu, but I like this. I would also take Town Greeter as well, but Torgal is really strong. You play Torgal, you like ramp into something. Yeah, it's very nice. Summon Anima. It's a 6-drop, so that's not great for Dark Confidant, but it is such a good value play. Such a good value play. And then Resentful Revelation, solid. This card's okay. 1 mana +2/+2. And then like you have extra modes. Ahriman's reasonable. We're just gonna take Summon Anima though. This card like wins late games. And now there's a blue-black land. We're just going to take the Town Greeter. Once again, fill the graveyard up, get those synergies going. Like, even just one Final Days makes all these cards way better because, like, you mill your, like, we have 8 creatures. We mill, like, 2 creatures. We get a couple extra 2/2s. We mill the Final Days. It's solid, and it's a human for that synergy. Oh, baby. Yes! Woo! We have the meld combo in the deck. Vanille, Fang, let's go. I would play Rydia's Return, I think. But this is an easy pickup. Basically, the way it works is you get Fang into play, you get Vanille into play, or like Fang mills over, you play Vanille, get back Fang. At the first main phase, you own and control them, you can pay 5, and you get a Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste, Ragnarok, Divine Deliverance. But when it dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, pretty excellent here. Our Dark Confidant is kind of sketch in this deck. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fine, though. Okay. We can play Commune with Beavers now to dig for our combo. I think that is a pretty valuable combo. Fight On. I think Fight On might be better than the Gubu Gardener. Like the first copy of this. Though we do have quite a few 4-drops. Let's just take the Gubu Gardener for now. We can probably get a Fight On later, and if we don't, we're not going to miss it that much. We have plenty of value. This is value. This is value. This is value. This is often value. This is value. Dark Confidant is value. Holy heck, we wield side quest? Well, don't mind if I do. Finn is also solid. Rydia's Return is solid. But, like, we just took a 2-drop, and so getting another expensive card is good. We look, our average CMC is 3. So that means on average, Dark Confidant is doing 1.5 damage to us every turn. I wouldn't mind Instant Ramen, honestly. I think this card's not great in my deck. I mean, my stuff has ETBs and stuff like that, so it's not terrible. But I think getting a little bit of life gain in here is nice. Shinra Reinforcements is perfect for me. Love seeing that. This deck is wide open. I think I'm going to take Town Greeter over the Grand Pulse Ochu. I have a lot of self-mill. Okay, now there is another choice. There is the Torgal, Fine Hound, and there is Sir Conrad the Grim. Sir Conrad is great, but we're just going to take Torgal. It's a cheap play, and cheap plays are better than expensive plays, and we have a lot of humans now. We have now got 9 humans, even if we cut some of them. Like, having your creatures come into play with an extra counter on them is crazy. Another human that might wheel. Sir Conrad would do a lot of damage in this deck with all the milling. Because if it's a creature's put into graveyard from anywhere, it's also a human for the Torgal we already have. Oh, this card's no joke. I'm happy to take this card. 8 mana is a lot, but we have plenty of ways to dig for mana. We have 2 Torgals to be extra mana. Town Greeters find us lands. Gubu Green Gardener's an extra guy that taps for mana. Like, our cards tap for mana. We're at the point where adding Dark Confidant to the deck is looking sketchier and sketchier, but, like, I'm not afraid of the sketch. I live for the sketchiness. The Dark Confidant must be played. Greatness at any cost. That's what its initial flavor text is, so people say that all the time. greatness at any cost. So like our average CMC is going to go way up when we add this guy to the deck. But he also gains us life. Oh, baby, another final days? That's fantastic. So our average converted mana cost went up, because if we ever flip Arden, we probably just lose off that. But final days is sweet. And don't you want to have that thrill, that feeling where you're feeling alive? I am starting to regret taking the Gardener over the way to bring back two things. But I'm also, like, at the same time, not that mad about it. Okay, side quest raise a Chocobo is pretty okay. We only have the one Chocobo maker right now, though. So, might not end up making the cut, but that's okay. Evil Reawakened. So if we mill over Arden and bring it back, that's huge. And I think we have a good chance of doing it because we have two of these. So that's a lot of mill. I think that's better than the upside of a Heck Dies. So Evil Reawakened is getting into the deck. Yeah. Even the upside of like bringing back a Vanille with an Evil Reawakened, like we have some good stuff we can mill over. I don't think the Chocobo raising is getting into the deck at the moment. Oh, we got a fight on. Nice. So this is 28 cards. I think we can cut Commune with Beavers. I think we can cut Instant Ramen. We can cut the Chocobo raising. We're not raising Chocobos here. Reno and Rude is fine still. I will play Heck Dies over Shambling just because Heck Dies just like greases the wheels really nicely here. It's just going to play well with a lot of our cards. Okay. Evil Reawakened. This is 26. We're definitely playing 17 lands if we're playing an 8-drop in our deck. Reno and Rude might not be a good fit for us. Dark Confidant is definitely not the best in this deck. Our CMC average is really high. Okay, I don't mind adding another Gubu Gardener. We're skipping 3 mana a little bit to some degree. Fight On might also not be necessary. We have plenty of value from the graveyard already. Perfect, another reinforcements. I've brought reinforcements. Commune with Beavers. Honestly, don't mind a Resentful Revelation. Gigantode. With all of our ramp, it's pretty reasonable. And last pick, the Limit Break. Well, we'll have a fun time building this one. I think it'll be pretty good. Yeah. Okay, getting to the building portion here. 17 land seems reasonable. We can probably cut some of our random creatures. We don't need Resentful Revelation. I think we can probably get away without Fight On. Fight On and Evil Reawakened are very similar. Fight On's probably okay, but we can cut it for now. We can probably cut Gaius von Belsar. We can cut the Gigantode. The Gaius. And the Reno and Rude is solid because we can sacrifice our random mana dork guys. Our CMC now averages 3.2. Honestly, the Dark Confidant should be the cut probably, but we're going to cut the Curative 4-Air instead. It's an interesting build. We'll see how it does, and hopefully we get a meld going. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There are about 150 people who support the channel in this way on Patreon, and their contribution makes a big difference towards my ability to make all of the resources that are able to help the Magic community, like my draft guides, my set reviews, my pre-release helper sheets, my cheat sheets for draft, all of that stuff. Patrons really make a big difference in allowing me to do all of those things and spending the time and effort to do so. And it's great to be able to make these free resources, but I do want to give a special thanks to those people who do support and give back to the channel, because they really do a huge service for the community with their contributions. So I really do appreciate everyone who does support me via Patreon, and I do like to make some special content just for patrons, like my card by card tier list for each set, my format thoughts document, and things like that, because Patreon does make a huge difference for the channel, the whole ecosystem. And so if you're able to become a patron and you've been enjoying my content for a long time and you think you can give back and it's something you can do, then Patreon does make a sizable impact, and I really do appreciate everyone who contributes to the channel in this way. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who contribute at the credits level. It really does make a big difference, and I do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round number 1. We're keeping. We have Dark Confidant on turn 2. We have one of our most expensive cards in hand. We are pleased. Okay, we will get rid of the Town Greeter. Actually, no, we'll get rid of the Summon Anima. We're going to get plenty of card advantage from Dark Confidant. We can always buy back the Summon Anima, and we want to make sure we hit our land drops here. They're going to feel under pressure to kill this Dark Confidant. It's going to get me some cards, I think. Or it's going to force him to use Overkill on it, which is a pretty good result for me as well. Play this now in case we see a tap land. Perfect. We gain 2 life from the town. We can use Vanille to get back our Summon Anima or our Dark Confidant. They are missing land drops. That's the main reason that they would make a play like that. This is a matchup where I am going to... I still will make the trade, even though it's better with Reno and Rude not to, because I can make Reno and Rude work in the future. So let's just use the Town Greeter, Reno and Rude combo here. Okay. Reno and Rude. Because this thing can attack them, maybe find a good thing from their deck. Or again, force them to use removal. Dark Confidant is tempting. Quite a tempting card. Shinra reinforcements, sure. Mill 2, then maybe we can find our meld piece. We do. The meld piece is going to be the best. Maybe it would have been better to get Summon Anima anyway. They also have Vanille. Interesting. Getting back a land, maybe. Or Summon Titan. That card's messed up. Non-legendary permanent from our graveyard to the battlefield. It's kind of neat, because I think we can... I don't know if it'll be in the graveyard when that triggers. I think it might be. So we can return back Vanille and then set the thing up again. Okay. Return all lands from the graveyard. So they get back 1 land with that. And then they give something +X for X number of lands they control. So they get back 1 land, and then they get something +6/+6 eventually. They're under a lot of pressure to kill this Vanille right now, or this Fang. Probably the Fang. Fang gets more value over time. Yep. Goodbye, Fang. Okay. Kill the Neil. Kill that. Combat. And I'm definitely playing my lands. Town greeter, sack it to get a constant stream of treasures. I don't really need that. I've got Arden in this deck. I've got 2 copies of the card that gets a 2/2 for every creature. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures right now. 6 creatures. So I'm gonna make a ton of 2/2s if I draw that. They also have Arden the Usurper? That's crazy. They have the same deck as me. I'm just going to kill that. It's way more reliable for me. Decline, play land, get a treasure. So now I can cast Arden if I draw it. I've got 15 cards left. So I've got Arden in here. I've got my reanimation spell in here, which could reanimate Fang, which would reanimate... I mean, reanimate Vanille, which would reanimate Fang. Yeah. Reno and Rude might hit something good from their deck eventually, instead of just lands. I haven't really had a good setup because I haven't had the mana to use it. But yeah, I could draw one of my 2 Final Awakening things. Oh my gosh, no! This game is rigged. This is so rigged. Oh, that's what I get for using my removal spell frivolously. They get to exile stuff from my graveyard. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Come on. Please give me mine so I can reanimate their Bahamut. No, they're just going to bring it back to their hand. I know they are. Gosh darn it. That's so silly. Oh my gosh. That's so annoying. Ugh. Our decks are so similar. I have 1 in 15, which is higher than 5%. It's between... I mean, higher than 10%. Or no, it's not. It's between 5 and 10%. So, it's pretty reasonable. So, removal spell? You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. That's game. Gosh darn it. I just drew so badly down the stretch. And I blew my removal spells, that's true. But it was also I could try to enable my Reno, but my Reno just hit 3 lands. If I'd saved this Sephiroth's intervention for their Arden, I think I could have won this game. Though the first trigger was going to be hard for me to play around. Oh gosh, I might have used my kill spell on Titan anyway. My gosh. My deck is so solid against this strategy too. Oh well. Welcome to another round. I didn't see a single final days that entire last game. Oh my gosh. We'll keep this though. We'll put Arden on the bottom. And yeah. I think I could have won that game maybe if I had gotten back my Summon Anima instead of my Fang. That was an option for sure. People just kill Dark Confidant willy-nilly. It does not survive long in this world. Bum, bum, bum. The fact that I had 2 of these and it would have made like 6 or 7 tokens and I did not manage to get it out there was really frustrating. I'm a little bit on the beatdown path here. Trying to race a Tonberry. Final days. Yeah, I'll kill that for sure. Don't want to waste my mana, that's for sure. It's unfortunate not to draw another spell here, but being able to use Final Days to make 2 more tokens is still good. It's just not quite as game-breaking as it could have been. They're missing land drops, though, so they might not have any plays, and having 8 power in plays a lot. They hit the land, though. They have 4 spells in hand. And I have not 4 spells in hand. That's okay. They're going to play a kill spell, buff their guy up. Yep, but they did have to use their kill spell on something small. And I have a 2/2 still standing. It's three spells against my 2/2 and 12 life advantage. Red Rapier is not great here. They're out of spells, presumably. Okay, now it's double Red Mage's Rapier against a Shinra reinforcements and whatever I can mill. Gonna get rid of my extra lands because I don't want to get wrecked by Marlborough, and I do still have my Arden, though it is the bottom card of my deck. It's crazy how I'm going to take bajillion damage from these things. Oh, nice. We get to nab that. We'll do it pre-combat in case they have a combat trick of some sort. They have a Ragavan? Why didn't they play it? They're trying to dash it in, I guess. That blows my mind. They had the mana to play it. Okay, we'll block here. Don't like it. I do not like it, Sam I am. Okay, we take a couple damage. They're trying to get maximum damage, it looks like, from each of their spells. They might just be winning this race. They have 1 spell and it'll deal 6 extra damage to me. Oh my gosh. And they hit me for 6. Oh my gosh. Are we going to lose this game? And a Tonberry, of course. Oh, this is so frustrating. Oh my gosh. As long as they don't draw spells, though, we're going to be fine. Fang, sure. I don't understand, though. It's like they've drawn 5 lands, and I've drawn like a bajillion. I've drawn 10. I've drawn twice as many lands as them. And it's not even like I'm playing cards to like fetch up lands. Oh no, this just can't be a good sign. How many Tonberries do they have? So many Tonberries. Oh my gosh. This is so bad. This is not when you want your summon anima. I'll tell you that much. Well, we're dead to any non-creature spell. Yep. Just... that one was ridiculous. That was actually unreal. Our deck is so good. Like, this deck, I think, is actually, like, really strong. And it's not one of those ones where it's like, oh, this deck is... I mean, I've drafted enough that I can tell when a deck is good. This deck has, like, good removal spells. It's got, like, a good curve. It's got some strong late game. It's got strong early game. Like, I can't imagine, like, how this deck loses so badly, except for the fact that I'm just, like... I drew, like, a bajillion lands there. Oh, my gosh. My goodness. Do I need to add in Resentful Revelation? Do I need to add in Fight On? I'm going to cut Geisel Greens for Fight On, and we'll see how that feels. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We're going to keep this. With our backs to the wall, we're only going to play 5 rounds maximum with this deck. But our back is to the wall, and we still have the Dark Confidant Arden combo in our deck. So I'm feeling a little bit worried about that. Maybe we were supposed to wait on playing the Dark Confidant. So maybe they'll just kill it immediately. Nice. 1 for 1. Oh, baby, that was close. That was a close call. Okay, I'm going to double block Reno and Rude. Like, this is the easiest double block I've made in a long time. Kill the Dark Confidant. I'm safe. My life total is preserved. Final days. I'm filling my graveyard, though. This thing's going to fill my graveyard. Vanille's going to fill my graveyard. Okay, they got Vanille as well. And a Blitzball. Okay, so Town Greeter first. So we can see what Vanille might want. Okay, Vanille's probably going to take the removal spell, but we will see. Yep, side quest Hunt the Mark is going to be great here. And then the following turn I can play Arden. Vanille will try to trade with Vanille, if allowed to. I have this as a double block option as well. Okay. I don't think that works. They're not exiling it. Why didn't they just get Treachery from their graveyard? Okay, they concede. I was going to actually do some cool stuff that game. Bit of an early concession there, but we're on the board, so that feels good. I'll see you next round. Okie doke, back to the wall. We're going to keep this on the play. We're 1 and 2. We were probably going to win that last game even if they didn't concede. This is a good combo with Fang, gets us an extra card. So we'll see what kind of matchup we're in against before we determine whether we need to go for max value. Because we might just be in a spot where we play this card because we don't want to waste our mana. And we are saved the choice by drawing one of our good 2-drops. So that's an excellent draw. White Mage's Staff, okay. Let's just play the reinforcements for now, and then we can double spell with these 2 next turn. Fight On is gone, so I guess would have been better to have the Chocobo card there. Back a swamp. Draw a card. Nice. The Galacat's a little bit scary, so if they draw an artifact, we'll probably have to kill it with Sephiroth. They're plain cycling a Moogle. That's a hilarious sentence. Yep. Or we could kill the artifact, and then that thing gets smaller, but I'm just worried about them having another artifact, so we will just be responsible. Kill this. No attacks. Our creatures in the graveyard is 1, 2, 3 creatures in graveyard right now. Whoa. Draw 3, discard 2 if they have 8 or more. They're not particularly close to that. That's good for me. Dark Confidant into Final Days, eh? And then we just hope not to flip Arden. I mean, it is kind of a crazy Like, could lose me the game, but could also just, like, draw me some lands and stuff. My life total is pretty preserved. Okay, play this. Get a counter on it, which is even better. Create some horrors. Get green mana here, even though I have an extra green from that already. And now we're drawing 2 cards a turn. Our life total's high. Most of our deck is, I mean, we're taking on average 1.6 damage a turn, but that's like not exactly fair because we could be taking like 1 billion damage depending if we flip our Arden. But if we flip Arden and draw a land, we can cast it. Go, go, go. Flip. Okay, Shinra reinforcements, sure. So I think we go this card first. Comes in as a 3/4 because Torgal is a great fine hound. Okay, those were 3 really good cards. Bum 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 bum. Kill this thing. Sack this. I could transform that at some point. Okay. I've got a bunch of creatures coming out soon. Rook turret, sure. Sure. Draws a land, let's go. So any creature that dies is now a 2/2, so. But this is worth an extra card, so we'll attack with all our guys. Except Vanille. Because we're just only minorly downgrading them. And then we have 4, 5, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can cast both these next turn. Boom! Got the win. Let's go. Huge. Our back has been to the wall, but we've gotten to the final round. And now let's see if we can secure a winning record. I'll see you folks there. Before the final round, I'm cutting Reno and Rude because I don't really have tons of stuff to sacrifice to them, and just adding Resentful Revelation to help me find my stuff, and if I mill it over, it's a nice little value engine. I think it's going to be a little bit better than the Geisal Greens, but overall that's the change I'm making, and we'll see how it works out. See you in the final round. Welcome to another round. We're going to keep this on the play. We get to dig 5, 6, or 7 cards deep for a black source. We have like 9 in the deck. Seems worthwhile, because mulliganing is really bad. And my deck really needs to hit land drops to be able to play the 8-drop, which we have not drawn yet in a time where we could play it, but worst possible draw, no big deal. I thrive under pressure. Beautiful. We milled over one final day. It's the first time we've milled it over, which is great. Now we can Resentful Revelation to find another swamp. Blue-black. Okay. I'm pretty well set up for a control matchup, I think. We're going to wait on the Dark Confidant a little bit. We'll play Torgal. We'll get the Torgal. Next turn we can go Torgal into Dark Confidant. We can't play our black spells yet, but that's okay. Taking this instead of a tap dual land. I should have played this guy before to see if I hit a tapped duel, but I don't really want to draw the land anyway. Easy block, especially with final days in the graveyard. They're probably going to kill Dark Confidant. That's what I'm betting on. And if they do, then next turn I can go Town Greeter, find a swamp, play Final Days. Unless they kill both my creatures. Dark Confidant might even just trade with Fang. But they have all three of their colors. Okay, Rook Turret. Sure. Do I want to trade? No, I want to draw cards here. Shinra Reinforcements. Not the greatest, but not the worst either. Okay. Town Greeter first. Hopefully find a swamp. Beautiful. There's that swamp. Now I would not mind my guy dying. Okay. Definitely gonna play Shinra, I think. Gain myself some life. Attack with Dark Confidant. If they trade, I basically don't think I can lose. Perfect. And Arden is gonna get me a lot of life because it makes a token that's Menace lifelink. And I can get 5/5 version of like Shinra, which gets me even more life. No! Actually, they might just take care of the cards they know about. I don't think they're going to get rid of Arden. Or maybe they will. Who knows? It's actually close because I have the Revelation in Final Days. They're definitely taking Final Days plus something. Whew. Close. That was a close one. I would rather cast Final Days, I think, the main version. Ugh. Nice. So we can Hectize their final card. Play land. Evil Awakened. Get back Arden. It'll come back as a 5/5. Or 6/6. Oh, because, yeah, it's not... Then I will get Shinra Reinforcements. Only 3 more cards gain me 3 more life. Elder Human Noble. Oh, it's only when you cast. Okay. Attack, attack. It's got Menace. Next turn I can bring back something. Arden's also a big creature itself. I'm at 21. Bring back one of their guys. Let's just bring back one of their guys, shall we? Boom! From 0-2 to 3-2, and maybe could have gone even further. Oh my gosh, it feels good to know that the deck was actually good. Oh my gosh, that's such a relief. Whew! That is a huge, huge sigh of relief to get a positive record with this deck, because it felt amazing when I was drafting it, and so it's nice to have that confirmation in the games. Boom! What a win. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. We did everything we set out to do with that deck. Got to make a ton of tokens, got to bring back the Arden, filled our graveyard, did great stuff. Huge wins. I really thought it did a great job. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. Thanks again to Wizards for the free preview account so I could get this recorded. If you made it all the way to the end of the video with hashtag comeback to let me know you made it to the end, because that was a heck of a comeback from 0-2 to 3-2. And the Dark Confidant led us to victory, so that was pretty fantastic as well. Torgal the Finehound buffed a bunch of our creatures. Overall, a ton of fun. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.